Art Moncato, a Mindanao traveler. Join me on a road trip around the second biggest island in the Philippines as I embrace its natural beauty, meet communities for authentic cultural experiences, and share stories we encounter along the way. See you at 5:30 in the afternoon every Monday with Mindanao Road Trip with Art.
Welcome to another episode of Aidiscover, friends. There's always one person in your life na patuloy na magbibigay ng ngiti sa iyong mga labi.
This is another episode of Aidiscover, friends.
This afternoon, marami tayong pag-usapan tungkol sa pag-aasawa, pagiging kaibigan, maging isang lingkod ng Diyos.
Aidiscovery. Always remember every day. We meet people inspiring us every day, giving stories of their dreams, their failures and success. Every changes and events, a new beginning to prosper. Different places we travel, wonders of nature we discover. Aidiscovery.
Okay, good afternoon po sa lahat. Maraming salamat po. This is another episode again for the last episode ng ating Mother Special for this month of May. So next month, we will celebrate another special for our father naman. So this time, let's sit back and relax because this afternoon, we will going to give you a special with our guest, si Ma'am Mian. So for now, may mga kasama po ako na babati po sa inyo ngayong hapon para po bigyan kayo ng handog. At marami pong surprises ngayon ng Aidiscover, friends. So I will call on Tita Aida Manasan.
Good afternoon, everyone. Wednesday na naman, alas 4. Welcome to Aidiscover, friends. The last episode for the Mother's Day special. Sit back, relax. We have a beautiful guest with a beautiful heart and a beautiful collection and a beautiful story. Thank you.
Yes, and now I'm calling on Tita Oliver Nardo. Hello, Tita.
Yes, good afternoon. Wednesday naman. This is our last episode for our tribute to all mothers this month of May. Pero itong mother na i-feature natin this afternoon ay kakaiba siya. Although, mothers are all the same. True and true nanay sila. Pero itong mother na to, nag-extend ang kanyang passion into nurturing something bigger na in-express niya yung sarili niya, yung siya bilang ina and bilang isang mabuting mamamayan at membro ng kanyang komunidad sa kanyang passion niya ipinakita. Without much ado, gusto ko po sanang ipakilala sa inyo ang special mother natin for this afternoon's Aidiscover, friends. Let me introduce to you Ma'am Mian Jao-Topacio. Ma'am.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi, friends.
Good afternoon.
How are you? Hi.
Good afternoon.
Hi, guys. What's up?
Baka may gusto po kayong batiin.
Yes, Ma'am Mian.
o
Bati
gusto
po
niyo
kayo
bumati?
muna. Baka may mga kaibigan po kayong nanonood.
Those who are watching, kagaya nila Andy Matula and the club, come watch this episode. Hopefully you enjoy it. And I hope you learn something. And some of my friends and classmates in high school, I hope that you're watching.
Okay. Tita Olive, i-announce ba natin yung pa-surprise muna natin sa kanila para all throughout at the end of the show, they will
Yeah,
stay
okay.
with us?
Yeah, okay. Oo. Gusto natin sanang mag-announce sa lahat ng viewers for today's episode featuring one of the pillars of the Philippine Christmas Village Collectors Club. Uh, the club has sponsored some raffle prizes para those viewers who stay with us for this afternoon. And Micon, can you flash the prizes which they will win? Yeah, oo. We have a Heritage Village accessories. Then next, then the Snow Village cat and dog. And then the Ronald McDonald House for Snow Village. And then the last one is Nicholas Dickens. Ano. So this will be raffled to those who will answer the 4 questions we're going to field based on the interview with Ma'am Mian. Lahat ng answers manggagaling kay Ma'am Mian. You have to post your answers right after the question sa ating comment box. So, stay tuned and listen very carefully kasi may mga Christmas Village items tayong pinaghanda ng ating club. So, i-shoot ko na po yung first question, ma'am. Ma'am Mian, how are you as a mom?
Oh, me, tough. I always espouse tough love. Always. You know, I have one princess and 4 barbarians. Okay. So, meaning I have 4 boys and 1 girl. And so, talagang kailangan strict yung upbringing. And one of the things that I and my husband really did was to put them into sports. So from the very young age, kung ano na lang sport, basta sport, no? So we started with swimming, and then that's why most of the 4 of my children went into UP under the varsity program. So yan ako, and usually I didn't encourage them to go and go mauling and all that. Kasi by the time they're done, they'd be too tired, and then they'll just study. So, because of that, one of my sons, my eldest son, is a member of the Olympic team for
Wow.
Olympic track. So, that's the way we disciplined them when they were growing up. We put them into a lot of sport. Yung isa kong anak, punggo kaya, hindi man pwede sa basketball. So most of the time, it's more the individual sport that I put them in. And what else ba? As a mom, when they were, hilong-hilo ako when they were young. Siyempre, dahil sunod-sunod eh. They're only 1 year and 1.5 years apart. Then I stopped. So, uh, and the 4 boys, I've always taught them what being brothers to each other or brother to each other. And but I wasn't strict with school though. I mean, I didn't expect them to get all the 195 grades. Um, as long as they pass, that's what's important to me, because there are other stuff there are other stuff that they need to learn actually. When they were teenagers, I taught them to be careful and never to hurt, especially the boys, never to hurt a girl and don't ever destroy their life by making them pregnant. So, and that they have to be gentlemen all the time. That's what I always tell them. But they will have to fight if and when apihin isang kapatid, oh, they have to fight. They have to defend each other. Always. Always. So when they went to college, I put them into the varsity program of UP, and they went into judo, and they were giving UP medals too. And they were able to travel uh, because of the competition. Same with my other son. It, he was able to travel because he competes for the national team. So that's how I brought them up. My girl, oh my husband will always say, oh she's still 9 years old at the moment until now. Kaya pampered yung girl ko. And she's a lawyer now.
Oh.
So yeah. So what else have I done? Basically, I believe that it has to be tough because they have to be tough when they'll be on their own. Kaya a lot of the things, and like every time we travel, it's always like I brought them to Singapore, and it's not. I never really brought them to those. I don't remember the name of that place where there's a lot of um, the Ferris wheel and everything. No, I brought them to most of the museums. That's what I've done to my children. Even when we were in the US for a vacation, I'd always like every time we're in Chicago, I always I brought them to a lot of the museums there. And I don't know if they had fun. I'm not sure if they did, but perhaps perhaps I've always thought that they've learned something from other cultures and other people. Now, that's how I've been to my children. Uh, I don't believe in I don't believe in physical punishment, but I always believe in facing the wall if they did something wrong, and in what do you call this? In talking to them like they're adults. That's how
Yeah.
that's how I learned to. That's how I brought them up. They're all adults now. My youngest is 29 years old. So they're doing pretty good. They've taken over our business. They're now the ones actively doing it, and that's how we train them. So yun.
Mami Ann, yeah po.
Mm,
Mami Ann, kung tough love ho ang in-apply nyo dun sa pagpapalaki nyo dun sa apat na lalaki nyo po at sa nag-iisang prinsesa, do you
ah,
think yung tough love na sinasabi nyo, kaya nyong i-apply ngayon sa mga apo nyo? Would it be the same?
I hope so, but ako kasi they're not with me. So that's up to
Oh,
my daughter to do, and my
yeah,
son-in-law to I cannot I'm not the type that will interfere
yeah,
with what they want. I can just tell them that this is what I did to you guys, but otherwise that's their responsibility, not mine. All I do for my apo is to buy the toys, spoil them, or whatever. So, buy the stuff, buy the dresses. That's all I do. But in terms of this discipline, that's their responsibility, not mine, not mine.
yeah,
They can let the little ones stay here with me, or I can be the caregiver. No, I
yeah.
can be the caregiver. But otherwise, discipline up to them. Hindi ako yan. Kanila yan.
Opo, tama po.
I think I've given them enough to follow, and I think I've given them enough education. I've given them enough leeway to do what they think and believe is right for their children.
Yeah,
Hindi ako, sila yan.
yeah, po.
That has always been my policy. I don't interfere at all.
Yeah.
Yun ang
Ma
ano ko, yeah.
yeah, Mami Ann, yung mga anak niyo ho ngayon all grown-ups na, professionals, and they have lives of their own. Bilang magulang, ngayon naging new parents sila, may napapansin ho ba kayo na yung parenting style nakikita nyo na reflection ng paano nyo sila pinalaki sa mga anak nyo? Kasi ho, minsan napapansin natin na yung ginawa natin sa mga anak natin, ginagawa naman nila sa anak nila. May napansin na ho ba kayong ganun?
Well, my it's only my daughter who's married and has a son. Yung mga boys ko, they don't wanna get married at all at the moment. I've been pushing them to marry na, kaya you settle down and everything. Ay, nako, walang may gusto. So, but my daughter and her husband, um, well, there are things that she does for her son that I remember because she always asks, "Mom, when I was small, what did you do?" Parang ganon, no? Or something like, what month did I start walking? So, yun, I just tell them or tell her stories about what I did with her. Yun lang ang lagi kong sinasabi. But basically, kung anong ginagawa nila, the boy is too young for them to do anything at the moment except to nurture the little one. Very young. Wala pang 1-year-old yun. So wala pa akong nakikitang although different sila ngayon, different. Ibang-iba ang discipline or how they educate or whatever their children. Iba sila. Tsaka iba ngayon. One thing I was so surprised is hindi na sila nag-iinit ng water for the milk. Diba?
Yeah.
Iba sila ngayon. They can already buy the bottled water. Yun na yun. Diba? So, different times. It's ako siguro I still followed my parents. Sila ngayon iba. They're different. Basta iba ang pagpapalaki ng bata ngayon. Although I agree with my daughter na gadgets. No gadgets until they're 2 or 3 years old. That one I agree. Yan ginawa niya, that's what she's been doing to her son. And of course I cannot also say anything because of course yung upbringing naman kung anong alam ng husband, they're applying it, but that's up to them. Hindi ako makikialam. Kanila yan. Diba?
Alcohol?
Yes, bago tayo mag-ask ulit kay Ma'am Mian ng questions, Tita Aida, meron ka pa po bang itatanong kay Ma'am Mian?
Mamian. Yeah.
Wala ko itatanong kay Miss Mian. Ang sasabihin ko lang, tama yan, ma'am. Kasi ang mga lola daw, nagsispoil lang. Hindi magsasakripisyo. Dapat, yung mga anak natin, nag-asawa sila na. Tayo, spoiler lang, bigay-bigay. Pero pagdating sa trabaho, biglang ibigay si baby. Yun lang.
Yes, pero bago pa po marami na kasi tayong nagko-comment sa ating chat box. Ikukumustahin lang po natin sila, si Ma'am Loretta, hello, si Andy Matula, hello, and then si Miss Janice, sino to? Miss Janice.
Alon Sagay.
Alon Sagay, yes. And si Sate J. So, nanonood siya ngayon sa atin. Actually, marami pa. Pero gusto kong itanong. Meron kasi ditong magandang tanong dito eh.
Yeah.
Yan, isushoot yung question. Don't you subscribe to the traditional belief that mothers knows best? Para to kay Ma'am Mian. And then the second question, if ever you made a mistake, whether intentionally or not, do you say sorry? Wow, good. Grabe, ang ganda ng tanong.
Can I answer?
Yes po.
Yeah, po.
The second, I always say, I'm sorry if I made a mistake. I will always tell my children, I'm sorry if I've hurt you. But then there are times when I know I'm right, but I would still say, I'm sorry, but I have to do this. Because this is what is going to happen if you're going to go on with whatever you're doing. But there is always that word sorry, you see? Because then if you say sorry to them, then they would know how to say sorry when they're rude. That one I always do. The other one is that mother knows best. That's not true. That's not true. A lot of things you still don't know. The mothers today are lucky because there's an internet that they can read. There's a lot that you can look at. Although there are a lot of fakes, but there are a lot of things that you would learn. But that does not mean that mother knows best. No, a lot of things. There are a lot of times that you're gonna make a mistake. See, iba yan. Hindi mo pwede sabihin you're always right. Hindi pwede yan. Hindi yan parang customer na sabihin customer is always right. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. You would always ask the children, why did you do this? What was the reason why you did this? Okay. Pag napagalitan, I will always sit them down and say, the reason why I'm so mad is because you did this. And why did you do this? It's wrong. You have to teach them what is right and wrong. But there are times that you're also wrong. Hindi pwedeng ikaw lang laging tama. No way. No way yun. Right now, I always listen to now that they're adults, I always listen to my children. What do you think is the best? What do you think we will do? Laging ganun yan. Kailangan bigyan mo silang responsibility to think on their own. And then if they make mistakes, then they should learn from their mistakes. It's the same as you let them walk, and if they fall, sorry, you just say, okay, you stand up. That's what I mean when I say tough love. They have to be strong on their own. Diba?
Galing.
What else? Okay.
Ma'am, yung sinasabi mong tough love, di ba? Tough love yung parenting sa nyo sa mga anak nyo. Pero pagdating dun sa dito naman tayo sa isweeten natin yung relationship nyo, paano nyo ipinapakita yung affection nyo lalo dun sa mga anak na lalaki?
Oh, no. You know what? Because they're boys, it doesn't mean that you don't hug them. Boys doesn't mean that you kiss them. Until now, I always hug my children. Until now, I always ask them, Thor, kiss your mom before you leave. And I always the hugging, the affection, the appreciation of what they've done, what they're doing. Oh, and I always tell my children, maski ba lalaki pa sila, love you. Laging ganyan yan. I always hug them. Noon pa yan, kahit na there were times na teenager yan, ayaw yan magpa-hug. Bahala ka. I'm gonna hug you. Diba?
Wow.
They don't want their mom, they don't want to show their what's this? Their friends na hug mo siya, ayaw niya. Oh, hindi. No. Before you leave for school or when we are in school, when I arrive in your school, I will hug you. Or make you akbay. It's always like that. Affection naman, you don't show them na you're cold. No way. Even if it's tough love, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin, hindi. Kasi kailangan ganito lang, ganito. You have to ask my permission before you open the door. No way. Before you open my bedroom, hindi pwede. Hindi ganun. You're always welcome in my room. Every time, if you want to say something, if you need to tell me, kahit lokohin mo lang ako. And the trick there is to have a lot of food in your room. They will always come for midnight snacks. They will always come for midnight snacks.
Yeah.
Yun lang.
Okay.
Or sometimes it's say, meron ako ritong ganito, chocolates. Halina kayo, kakain tayo dito together. Ganun lang. Or most of the time, it's always food. I'd always bring them out for either dinner or lunch. Ganun lang. Kaya ang hirap nitong COVID. But it's different. Kasi the food is just there. Kaya nandito lang din kami. But I always make it a point to bring them to and to taste a lot of different dishes. That's the trick there. And a lot of things I do.
Language of love nyo pala is food.
All the time. Kaya
Ma'am,
my eldest. Mhm. Yes, go
Being
ahead.
being a busy person with being a mother to 5 kids and a businesswoman at that, paano nyo ho nababalanse yung yung schedule nyo?
Okay, it's like this, Olive. When I started having children, I decided that I would work from home. Okay, so I put up our office in the house. I mean, not inside my house, but I put up an office within the compound of my house, because then this is the most important thing. When they wake up, I am there. They go to school. When they come home, I am here. Maski na ba hindi ko sila pinapansin, no? But I'm here. And dito, they can see me all the time. Yun lang ang ano. I always tell my bankers. Kasi lagi nilang nagugulat sila because I always ask them to come to the house, not to my office not to my official office, but I have an office here. And I said, the reason why I put this up because I have 5 children, and I have to be here when they come home or when they leave. So let's talk here in this office. Ganun lang ako. You have to decide whether you want to go out. I'm just lucky that I don't work because we have our own business. But I don't go out just so and then iwanan ko sila. No? I used to do that when they were young because that was necessary when we were just putting up our business. But otherwise, I'm here. I'm here. They can see me when they arrive. They can see me when they leave. Even if I'm still sleeping, they know that I'm here. That's what I did until now. I'm here. I don't even cook, so I do something for the business. I do a lot of stuff, but I'm here in the house, in my house. That's what I did. As I have said, I'm just lucky because it's my own time. Although that time is longer than when you work 8 to 5, di ba?
Office.
But
Apo.
I don't even cook. I don't cook. So, basta nandito ko. Kailangan nyo ng pagkain nandyan. Nandyan si Yaya. Sige, manghingi ko. Pag hindi, I taught them how to cook on their own. Gutumin kayo, pumunta kayo sa pantry, kumuha kayong dilata, magluto kayo. That's it. Diba?
Okay.
Grabe.
Magluto kayo. Huwag mo na akong sabihin, huwag mo na, mama, pakiluto. Wala, hindi ako magluluto para sa inyo. Although I can cook. But hindi, you cook on your own. So they learn how to cook. They learn how to do what is boiling an egg so that they won't get hungry. Diba?
Oo, tama.
Or putting it in the microwave.
Okay.
Yeah. So, other questions?
So time check is 4:27 in the afternoon. So before that, this time check is brought to you by
David's Faith Insulin Plant Wine is made from insulin plant extract with infusion of healthy fruit sourced from certified organic farms such as Guyabano, Dragon Fruit, and Bignay. Powerful mixture now offers wonderful health benefits. The first all-natural insulin wine helps lower blood sugar. Insulin plant wine, organic, natural, ligtas at epektibong pampababa ng blood sugar. All-natural, FDA approved. Award-winning product. For your inquiries, orders, message Talk Life Channel's FB page. Call or text 0917-887-3227. Give your health a boost. Try our Health Wealth product line of nutrient defense and superfoods. Green Barley, Health Wealth International Corporation. Changing lives a healthier way every day. For your orders, you may call or text 0956-3733-540. Look for Marte de la Cruz.
Yeah, Maricon.
Yes, before that, marami kasi nagpapabati dito From Elo Sapanta, si Donald Malasab. And then meron tayong nanonood sa Twitch ngayong hapon. And then hello to Miss Clara Aala. Pero bago yan, meron pong may magandang questions po ulit dito. Batiin ko lang yung aking kaibigan, si Del Matias. Hello, Del. Good afternoon. Thank you for watching Aidiscover Friends. And Miss Joanne Canoy. No one can replace a mother's love. Galing. So, mayroon pong dalawa pang questions dito. Masipag talaga to. I think tatlong questions pa na nare-reserve dito. So, hindi na kami nag-isip ng question. Talagang very participative ang ating audience ngayon. Yes, yung questions dito ay, what do you think the greatest challenge of a mother? And then there's another one, is there a situation where you have doubt in yourself of being a mother? And lastly, how do you describe a good mother? Grabe, malalalim. Yes. Yes,
Kahit, ma'am,
Greatest challenge is to the challenge there is to make your children good citizens. Their belief in God, their loyalty to family, and then that they love their country, which is also one of the most important things to teach your children. Diba? Patriotism. This is the only one that you've got. This is the only country that you've got. So you have to love your country. How do you do that? How do you make them love your country? Then teach them what is good in this country. Teach them teach them the angst, but the success and the beauty of your country. Yan ang is also one of the challenges that you have to teach your children. Loyalty to family, isa pa yan. And of course, maybe that's one of the things that I was remiss, is that to make them very religious. But I sent them to Catholic schools, and then I sent them to UP so that they will learn how to have their own mind and to decide. What was the other question? What is
The other question is,
where
how
you have
do you
doubt yourself being a mother?
Yes.
Of course. There will always be doubts. Nagkamali yata ako. Di ba? May ganun eh. There are times na hindi mo siya pinayagan. You sasabihin na, Mom, I want to go to this place, to that place, because tapos hindi ka pumayag. Tapos at the end of the day, one very specific incident was, I didn't realize there was this game that the school even, and that one of my sons were part of, was a contestant or something, but kasi akala ko laro yun eh. Akala ko alam mo na, hindi na magko-concentrate sa studies kasi yan na lang ang ginagawa. So I kept the machine, I hid it. And so they were waiting for him. Kamali ako dun kasi I didn't realize na ganun pala. Diba? I didn't even realize that my son said he wants to go through, my son said he wants to study, to major in English, blah, blah, blah. Sabi ko, hindi wala kang makukuha dyan, wala kang kikitain sa English na yan. You get something that is more worthwhile. Sabi ko gano'n. Then I just didn't realize that he writes so well. Ganon. Siyempre may pagkakamali. Hindi sabi ko nga, hindi pwedeng ikaw lang laging tama. Hindi pwede. There are times, and then you just rectify it. You rectify and say, wow, you write so well. I never even realized that you can really write good journalism or something. Just rectify. Yun lang naman eh. Yun lang sinasabi mo, nahulog mo yung bola, di habulin mo, saluhin mo ulit. Yun lang yun. Pero it's tough. Akala nyo easy to say those things. Pero hindi ah. Maraming iyak, maraming tears gawin niya. Sometimes, I have a friend na usually kami, we cry on each other's shoulders because of what happened to our children. And we'd always ask, kamali ba tayo? Di ba? That's what happens. And uh, this is what I believe is important. You have to have friends, real friends, friends that will be with you all throughout, who will stay with you and console you when you make mistakes with your children, and that they're there um, to to discuss with you what is a better solution. Ako kasi hindi ganun eh. Yung sisihan, okay, may mali, may ginawang mali, o anong solusyon? Ano solusyon ng gagawin mo? Diyan, that's all right. Let's not talk about the mistakes anymore. Just talk about the solutions. If they give me the solutions, well and good. If they cannot, they say, Ma'am, what can I do? Then we will have to brainstorm. Ano yung nangyari? Ganun lang siya ang maraming hindi siya perfect kasi ang mother will never be perfect. She will always try her best. But she can never be perfect. Kalokohan yung sinasabi, mami mo perfect. Hindi yan totoo. Yeah. Iba, Dre?
Yan, grabe, mother is not perfect. Pero bago po dyan, gusto ko pong i-announce sa ating mga audience, just be with us kasi meron po tayong 4 na ipaparaffle na ng Christmas Village. So meron siyang 2 bahay at may 2 accessories. So almost all, its time check is 4:35. So medyo mahaba-haba pa to. But siguro, Tita Olive, baka pwede tayong mag-shoot ng isang questions para sa ganahan naman yung ating audience ngayon for raffle, di ba? So yung una nating ipamimigay sa first question na prepare mo, Tita Olive, ay ito. So yung Heritage Village. So,
okay.
Sige, Tita Olive, you shoot the question.
Yeah, okay. Ang first question ko is, ilan ang anak ni Ma'am Mian? Babae at lalaki? That's the first question. So, type in your answers in the comment section.
Yes. So, yung mananalo po dyan, paunahan po ito ha, unang mag-a-appear sa amin sa aming screen. So, bibigyan po natin ng heritage yung accessories. So, kailangan po kompleto yung sagot. So, meron na pong nakatama. So, sasali pa daw po ba si Andy Matula sa atin? Sir Andy, pamigay niyo pa. Sir Andy, meron sumagot dito. Tama ba to, Tita Olive? Si Miss Den Katrina Estrella.
Ano sagot niya?
1 girl and 4 boys.
Yeah, oo, tama. Siya yung una, no?
Siya yung una. The rest kasi 5 lang ang sagot. Ang iba 3 girls, 1 boy, 1 girl, 4 boy. Yun. So, pero may nauna na. Si Ma'am Dane Estrella. Ano lang po, ipopost po namin. We will get back to you. May message po namin kayo kung saan po ipapadala. Tita, yung rules po ba sa pag-deliver ng village, ng accessories? Paano po ba to?
Yung shipping para dun sa they will pay for the shipping.
Okay. So, sa inyo po naka-charge yung shipping. So, but you will enjoy kasi maganda po yung yung mga ipinamigay namin na item. So, galing. Congratulations po sa nanalo at salamat sa pag-participate nyo. So, we still have 3 more questions to go. So, bago po yan, magpa-unlock muna tayo sa ating advertiser this afternoon. Para po to sa Monday.
Good evening, everyone. I am your friend, Ricky So from the Fast Exchange. I will be starting my show called Money Mondays on Talk Life channel. And I would like to invite you to join me, in a interactive discussion with regards to money. So, pag-usapan ho natin kung paano mangangasiwa ng pera, pananalapi, and at the same time kung paano ito palaguhin. At pakay ho lang ho natin, layunin natin ay makatulong sa bawat Pilipino sa larangan ho ng pananalapi. I hope to see you on our live stream through Talk Life channel 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. starting on May 3. Good day to everyone.
Okay. Nanghihinayang po yung ibang audience natin, ba't hindi daw sila napili? Meron pa po tayong tatlong tanong na ibibigay mamaya-maya. So, damayan nyo po kami all throughout at the end hanggang pong matapos yung programa kasi we're giving away the 3 more items for Christmas Village. So, keep on watching us, tapos keep on participating. And thank you in advance for being with us this afternoon. Alam ko marami, mga busy po kayong lahat ngayon, but then you give your time to us to watch this show. And then, bago po tayo magtanong ulit ng isang questions kay Ma'am Mian, gusto ko lang pong masagot ni Ma'am Mian yung tanong ni Sir Andy, kung ano daw po yung may describe nyo sa being a good mother.
That depends. I'm not sure how to answer that question because kanya-kanya siya. Kanya-kanya yung basta ikaw you've done right by them. Yan ang ibig ko lang sabihin. You've done right by as I have said, giving them what is supposed to be, teaching them what is right and what is wrong. That's very important. To be upright citizen. Importante yan. And to believe in God. You know, like, how do you say it? To be better men. They're not only good men, but to be better men. That's what I always, that they should be better than what they think they are. Doesn't have to be excellence in school eh. Hindi totoo yun eh. Hindi ako naniniwala na if you're excellent in school, you'd have a good life. No way. Hindi ako naniniwala doon. See? Kasi dapat, it has to be balanced. They should know what is life in the street. It's not only theory. Because, as I have said, yes, education is important. I mean, but you don't have to have the real, you get to become magna cum laude or something. Sure, I would love that for my children. You know, I would dream that for my children. But at the end of the day, as a mother, I would always say there are other things, or there are things that is also as important as being a magna cum laude in school. Kaya minsan, you know, this is an experience that I had every time I'm with friends. Ay, yung anak ko, number 2, number 3, number 4. Sabi ko, ako din, anak ko, number 3, number 2, number 4. Doon sa baba. I always say, doon sa baba. You know? But, are they bad? No. Are they going to be better? Definitely. That's up to the parents to do something about it. They're so what's this? So slow in math or English. So what? Di ba? So what? Pwede ka naman mag-Tagalog dyan. Hindi mo kailangan mag-English eh. Tama ba ako, Oli?
Yeah, tama po, ma'am. Ma'am, may tanong po ako sa inyo. Considering busy kayo sa pagpapalaki ng mga anak nyo at sa pag-oversee ng inyong negosyo, ano ho yung isang passion na talagang malapit sa inyong puso?
Yung passion? You mean passion? Is that what I get?
Yeah,
did I get it right? Oh,
yeah.
I always come up. Actually, I do my Christmas village. So
yeah,
that's my passion, no? But it's not the only one. I collect a few thgive Sometimes they always say, "Mommy, you're a hoarder." Ganun ang sinasabi nila sa akin, "Mom, you're a hoarder." Sabi ko, because I hate to give up anything that I bought or I acquired. So sabi ko, but things like coming up with, I love Christmas. See, I love Christmas always. Actually, until now, if you come to my house, my 3 Christmas trees are still outside. See, because of the COVID, I didn't put them down. And if you want to see my garden, nako, my husband has all the multicolored lights here, and I still have my 2 Christmas trees in my garden, and the
Wow.
colored lights are still there, and it's still Christmas here in the house just because it's COVID, diba? But that's
Ma'am
that's
Lian,
oh,
putulin ko po muna po kayo.
okay.
Bago po nyo po i-describe kung ano po yung mga collections nyo, yung mga pinagkaabalahan nyo, meron po kasing gustong magpumati po sa inyo ngayong hapon. This is all the way from, di ko po alam kung
Greetings
saan
to
po.
everyone. My name is Perlita, also known as Pearly Shell on Facebook from Maryland, USA. Hello, Ma'am Mian. I first became acquainted with Ma'am Mian about a year ago through the Philippine Christmas Village Collectors Club about a year ago. I developed a friendship with Ma'am Mian across the miles regularly by chatting with her via Facebook Messenger. Through this friendship, I've come to know Mian Mian as a caring, generous, and compassionate individual. Through Christmas villaging, she shares her ideas, opinions, tips, and suggestions willingly. I am grateful for this. Mian Mian, I thank you for your friendship and for your trust and compassion. Please stay safe and regards to your family. God bless.
Ang masasabi ko lang po about kay Ma'am Mian, napakabait po niya. Tapos po, willing niya pong i-share yung mga collection niya sa ibang tao. Kahit sino po pumunta sa kanila para makita yung collection niya. Napakabait niya po. Tsaka po, napakadami niya pong collection. Talaga pong pag pumunta ka sa kanila, napo, talagang mapapawaw ka, napakalaki, napakadami po. Saka po, iba-iba po, iba-ibang tema. Meron pang Pinoy village na bahay, gawa sa bahay na bato. Saka po, frozen, meron siya. Tapos, napakadami. Pero pinakamaganda talaga doon, yung niya nung mula pagkabuhay ni Jesus hanggang sa pagkamatay. Yun talaga yung pinaka-favorite na spot ko nung collection ni Ma'am. Napakaganda po talaga. Talagang na-amaze po talaga ako nung nakita ko yung yun. Talagang nakaka-inspired po. Napakabait po ni Ma'am. Sana Ma'am, tuloy-tuloy mo lang po yan. May ma-inspired ka pa pong mga katulad namin na collectors, lalo na sa mga baguhan. Sana maulit yung bisita natin sa na ganon. Napakaganda po. Mabuhay ka po Ma'am, and God bless you po. Keep safe po sa lahat. Ingat.
Hello Ma'am Mian, this is Andy Matula, the administrator of the Philippine Christmas Village Collectors Club. I met Ma'am Mian in 2009. Hello Ma'am Mian, this is Andy Matula, the administrator of the Philippine Christmas Village Collectors Club. I met Ma'am Mian in 2019. She's one of the generous person I met in my life. She's so willing to share her ideas, give comments on certain topics about villaging, and she welcomed us warmly in her place during the 2019 visita. She is a mother like to me, and I'm one of the privileged and blessed person to have friendship with her. Her being straightforward, though sometimes it hurts, but looking at it at the end of the day, she's telling the truth, and it helps a lot. Not only in my capacity as the administrator of the club, but also in a personal level. I'm looking forward, ma'am, that this year, as our government is doing its best to control the pandemic, we'll be able to see each other again. It's not all about your huge collection that we would like to see, but it's more of the person behind the collection, and that is you, Ma'am Mian. Thank you very much, and stay safe. We are always here for you. We love you. Mwah.
Yes.
Wow.
Mamian, ano pong masasabi mo?
Wow. Wow, I'm so surprised Perlita was around. Oh, I'm so glad.
Yes.
I've never met Perlita in person, but we talked sa internet, and I've always asked a favor from her that to buy stuff for me. Kasi sabi ko, instead of me buying them, please do it for me. And he obligingly did that. No. So, thank you also, Perlita. Andy Matula, sometimes I always chastise Andy kasi sometimes mali. But I mean well. Kasi lagi kong sinasabi, para ko na rin siyang anak. So, yun. And see, what's the other one? Thank you for that. Thank you for the trees. You gifted me those trees, and thank you so much. Siya yung nagbigay sa akin ng tree. I don't remember his name. Siya yung nagbigay sa akin ng trees, and I place all those trees in my life and time of Jesus.
Yeah.
Galing.
Ma'am. Yeah.
Ma'am, may tanong po ako. Kailan po ba nag-start yung passion nyo na magkaroon ng collections? Ano po ba nagtulak sa inyo para mag-collect ng ganun? I mean, kasi ang iba kasi mga dolls or any other items, but kayo po village talaga, as in village.
It just got me interested when my pediatrician showed me hers. Anim yun. Yun yung mga set na gano'n. And then I said that's beautiful for a Christmas decor. So, sabi ko, pero where will I get them? Sabi ko, I don't even know where to start, how to start it. And so, one time, I found something small, very small, very little houses made in England. And I decided to buy them, and I just put them on a table, and then I put lights, and I said, wow, it looks so festive, it looks so happy and all that. And so I said, sige nga, I'll start doing this. And so when during my travels, and I purposely looked for them, and I found some, and I started buying. And then my daughter got a gift. It was a carousel, and I placed that together with 2 or 3 houses lang yata yun. And it came out so nice, and everybody was so happy. My children were too young to appreciate it, but the adults did. And so I said, sige, I'll keep on doing that if ever. Pero mahirap noon, Maricon. Kasi wala naman internet noon eh. Hindi kagaya ngayon, you can just open and then, noon, no. When you travel, that's the only time that you buy. See? So, through the years, like, because I'm also lucky that I can go out of the country because of our business. And every time I go to a place, I'd always, teka lang, hanap nga ng Christmas village. So, I never stop. One time I went to Vietnam, and one of the people in the embassy was saying, Ma'am, gusto niyo bang tumingin ng mga ceramic tea sets that we can go to this village that does nothing but those things. So sige, sabi ko, sama ako, sabi ko. So we went. And all my friends were buying teapots and tea sets and beautiful things. Ako naman nandun sa sulok-sulok. Sabi nila, Mian, anong ginagawa mo? Hindi, naghahanap ako ng pang-Asia na something. Basta, wag niya ako pakialaman. So, I never bought all those teapots, but I was able to find temples. I was able to find the Chinese and the small figurines. And then they said, ano ba yung pinagagawa mo, Mian? Sabi ko, wala akong pakialaman, basta. Sabi ko gano'n. Then there was even a time when I was also with friends, and we went to Disneyland in LA, and we were at the Disney where a lot of the stores are, and the Department 56 was there. And so I started buying, and then my friend said, Mian, saan mo gagamit yan? Dust catcher lang yan. Sabi niya. Sabi ko, hindi, ilalagay ko to sa mga lames. Dust catcher yan, Mian. Anong gagawin mo dyan? Sabi ko, alam mo, sabi ko, Tikay, come to the house, come Christmas. Sabi ko, bring the rest of the family if you can, sabi ko. And I'll show you what it is. And of course, one Christmas they came. And one of the daughters said, "Oh my God, Tita Inday, is this what you meant when you said that you're going to put it on tables?" Yes, sabi ko gano'n. Hi. And so, he also started coming up with a small Christmas village.
Wow.
So, yun. Oh. Even one time, yeah. So, another incident was my eldest son and myself, we were in the US, and then we decided to go to Disneyland because Department 56 was still there, and I bought a few, and it was a huge bag that even him I can put inside. So nakaupo lang siya doon sa isang side. Then the security said, "Young man, what do you have inside that big bag of yours?" And I said, "Oh, it's my mom. I don't know what she wants with this, but I think it's a Christmas decor." So, tiningnan nung security guard kung ano talaga yun. You know, things like that. Or sometimes I ask my son, "Hand carry mo ito, ha? Hand carry mo ito. Huwag kang magagalit." And of course, they have to endure how many hours flight. And they can't even put their foot or their feet, because nandun lahat yung aking Christmas village.
Yeah.
That's how it was before. Not like now. And then there was no second hand at that time. Kaya you have to buy them new. And of course it cost money. Pero lagi kong sinasabi, between a purse, a bag, and a Christmas village, I buy the Christmas village anytime, sabi ko. And so I just asked my husband, ikaw na lang bumili sa akin ng bag.
Okay. 4 minutes to go before our time. Grabe, ang ganda ng sharing ni Ma'am Mian. Tita Olive, siguro ibigay na natin yung questions natin sa ating audience before we ask Ma'am Mian for her final parting words.
Yeah, okay. Ang second Ang second question natin ay sino yung admin ng Philippine Christmas Village Collectors Club?
Yan, salamat kay Sir Charlie de la Cruz Alter. Sa kanyang message kay Ma'am Mian. Please, write down your answers. Sino yung
Sa
admin
comment
ng
section.
Christmas Village? Sa comment section.
Meron na yata.
Meron nang nanalo, si Sir Cruz
Oo.
Benedict. Okay.
Benedict,
Ito pa, next question, Tita Olive. Ito yung
Ang
mapapanalo.
next question natin is, ano ba yan? Mami Ann, pwede kayo magtanong, field in question?
No, okay. I just want to have a comment with regards to what you're giving away, which is a Ronald McDonald house. Collectors should know what is behind or what is the history of that house that you're buying or you're getting. Ronald McDonald is those houses. They house children and their parents sometimes who are in need of a place in the US because of basically for medical reason. That's why it's the house that Love built or something, but that's what the Ronald McDonald houses are. It's a halfway house for a lot of people. Question? Ano bang question? Olive, ikaw na magtanong.
Sige po.
Ako meron akong tanong.
Okay.
Kasi tatlo yung mentions ni Ma'am Mian. Kung ano daw ang dapat ituro sa mga anak. So at least either of those three, pwede silang magbigay. So this will be your prize. Yan. So anyone can answer. So bali tatlo yung mention ni Ma'am Mian. So na pwedeng ituro sa mga anak. So actually there are three and Those are beautiful things na pwede nyo talagang actually I do believe the first three. Grabe. So ito yung mapapanalunan. Oh, may nanalo na sa atin si Miss Janice Berber
Janice.
Alonsada. Yes, believe in God. That's the number one, yeah. Ano at Tita Olive, i-go na ba natin yung isa pa for this?
Oo, sige na. Oo, ikaw na.
So another first two. The believe in God was given already. So dalawa na lang. So either kung sino pong mauuna. Hindi ka na po mananalo, Miss Janice Berber Alonsagay. You already won.
Yeah, oo.
Yeah, yung Ronald McDonald. So another one more. Okay, one more. Before we say goodbye, sige, bago yan, it's time check, it's 4:59. We would like to ask Ma'am Mian your parting words po.
Wait lang, wait. Ma'am Mian, tanong ko lang sa inyo, ano yung pong nasa background nyo sa likod nyo?
Yeah, nga pala.
These are bahay na bato and there's a bahay na kawayan. Because, tayo naman, Christmas natin is what, 1 month? And then most of the time we don't have a Christmas village na Pinoy. So I've decided to come up with something for specifically for the Philippines. And I base it on the bahay na bato that we used to have during the 18th, 15th, or whatever century. And then and at the same time, the bahay na kawayan of the usual regular Filipino. Marami as for Christmas, ang dami-daming ginagawa dito sa Pilipinas. Kahit nung araw pa, kahit nung bata pa ako, and I'm sure I'm a lot older than you guys. And it should be honored, it should be shown to a lot. Kasi, maraming Pasko, maraming like, if I can mention Bobo Yunson who said na, bakit tayo hindi gagawa ng Christmas village na talagang Pinoy na Pinoy? Total, marami na, ang tagal ng Pasko dito sa atin. And it is always happy, yung Pasko natin dito. Diba? Kahit hindi tayo happy, ang Pasko is always happy. Laging everybody looks forward to it. So, those are experimental houses that I've done, that I've collaborated with a friend who can do this. It's made of resin so far at the moment because it's the easiest. And one of these is, they say it looks like the house of Jose Rizal. Okay, so this is going to be part of my Christmas village. I've expanded it already to this.
Wow. Thank you, Ma'am Mian. Opo, time check po, it's already 5 o'clock, so we will just extend a few minutes. We will just ask lang po yung parting words nyo. Nagkakagulo na po yung chatroom natin sa mga nanalo. I will announce later yung 4 na nanalo sa ating raffle for this afternoon. Yes, Ma'am Mian, any part, po?
Well, thank you for inviting me here. I am so glad, and I hope that people who were listening or are watching this can learn something from an old lady like me. I'm not saying that I know best, but whatever I have done as a mother, I do hope that the young ones who are listening now can get or can pick up or nitpick whatever I've said in this program. Thank you, Olive. Thank you, everybody, for asking me to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, Tita Aida, any words po before we say goodbye to our audience this afternoon? Nakamute po kayo, Tita.
Nakamute.
Yan.
Okay.
Makamute ka. Thank you, Mian, for agreeing to be with us this afternoon. It's really a great pleasure to have you on board. And isa lang masasabi ko, as focused as you are to your children, is as focused you are to your passion of having a Christmas village. It speaks well.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Tita Olive.
Yeah, oo. Magpapasalamat kami ng marami kay Ma'am Mian at sana mapagbigyan niya kami sa susunod, maybe Christmas, to feature her Christmas Village collection in Aidiscover Friends. Marami kaming natutunan sa iyo, Ma'am Mian. Hindi lang sa villaging pala, expert ka. Sa mothering din, salamat sa lahat ng ng takeaways mo about being a good mom. Yeah, tama po yung sinabi nyo, nobody's perfect at no mother is perfect. But just trying being the best that you could be to your children is magandang simula na po. Hope to see more of you, Mamian, in I
Oh,
Discover Friends.
yes, yes. Thank you, Olive.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
Marico.
Mami Ann. Opo, thank you for gracing our show this afternoon. Gusto ko lang pong i-announce yung mga nanalo po sa atin kanina. Si Ma'am Dian Katrina Estrella, si Cruz Benedict, si Ma'am Janice Berber Alonsagay, at lastly, si Ma'am Joanne Canoy. So, thank you so much sa lahat ng nag-participate, sa lahat na napanood sa amin simula hanggang sa dulo. So, hindi niyo po kami iniwan for having a good participative audience. Nakipagkulitan po kayo sa amin sa chat group. Grabe, huwag po kayong mag-away-away doon sa pinarapin natin. Marami pa po tayong ipamimigay sa mga susunod pa pong mga shows ng I Discover Friends. And this afternoon, we learned so much from our guests. We believe in God, loyalty to your family, and patriotism. That's the three things na nakuha ko aside from her passion of collecting all houses in the Christmas village. So this afternoon, thank you so much for being with us. This is your I Discover Friends. Good day and God bless.
Bless.
I discovering, I discovering, I discovering, I discovering. Always remember every day. We meet people inspiring us every day, giving stories of their dreams, their failures and success. Every changes and events, a new beginning.